a little bit of fun today. It's completely going to be totally unscripted. Well, I never script anything anyway, so obviously it's unscripted. Um, but yeah, thanks Sarah and Lyle, and Mr. Cole. Gunter is here. Fred, Paul, man. Oh, Mr. Zeeble has graced us with our presence. Amazing. Mr. Grobler, thank you for coming. And as always, just a quick thumbs up. I think I saw sound is good. Thank you very much. Just want to make sure always at the beginning that you guys can hear me, because that's kind of important, right? So cool. So today, last night I uploaded just a gangbuster of videos, right? So who's watched all of them? I'm just curious in the chat room, who's watched all 25 videos that I posted already? Just curious if anyone's actually done that. A couple of really, really good ones. All of them are great, right? But a couple of ones that if you kind of already know a lot about Foundation 6, definitely I should say, watch individual videos. Even if you think you know a component, maybe you'll pick up something, right? They're all pretty short. They're all probably an average of 5 minutes. Okay. I think the utility classes one is the longest. I think that one's like 15 minutes or something like that. But hopefully you guys can bear through that. But yeah, a couple of my favorites. Let's see. The one where I am talking about why Foundation 6 and kind of the philosophy behind it. I think I've talked about that a little bit here and there, but I like that I had just a dedicated video just for that, right? Just to kind of give people, hey, this is why we're doing what we're doing, right? The next is a couple really good ones. The menu layouts video is really good. And my favorite ones are ones that kind of challenge you to think a little bit more, right? Rather than just looking for something that's made for you, right? And the menu layout stack does exactly that, because Foundation 6 has so much power. Even on this Hangout live, we've built some really amazing stuff that didn't even exist before, right? And I kind of I throw down that challenge in the menu layouts video, where I build out a menu that actually doesn't exist, right? But many people have asked for it. So I build out there, not to show you, how to do that specific example, but just to kind of, lay the framework of how we can just build things that don't exist, right? Just we have the bricks, right? Let's build what we want with them. Okay. And that's the power. That's the real power behind Foundation 6 as well. Another one that I loved was, the utility classes, the pros and cons video on utility classes. Originally I actually recorded both utility class videos as one big video. I decided to split it up because if some people already know the utility classes, they don't have to watch the longer one. But the one that is the pros and cons of utility classes, I thought was pretty brilliant. Again, it's another one that makes you think, because it kind of challenges us to think, when do I use this? When do I use swatches? And to kind of come up with some more best practices as we go on, right? Because utility classes are great, but they're not great everywhere. And I kind of show that example. And I think I'm gonna do some more videos around that. Actually today was working with someone, and they were trying to get swatches, a swatch to work, and it wasn't quite working. And I think I'm gonna create another video called when swatch selectors fall on their face. And it'll probably be, those dealing with some of those edge case things where you're trying to target something and you might not be able to, and you're wondering why. So yeah, swatches are great, but obviously there's going to be edge cases where things are like that don't come in. I see a lot of people are still coming in. So thank you from France. Thank you for coming in, Martin. Yeah, so watch the videos. They're really good. I put a lot of time and effort into those. And yeah, take a look at those. So another thing I wanted to do, so we have all these videos, right? There's over 50 videos now for Foundation 6. And I have a huge playlist in YouTube. But even that, like having a list of 50 videos to watch is pretty daunting, right? Especially like maybe you're trying to find, I want to watch all the video, or I'm sorry, all the menu stacks, all the videos on menu stacks. Like where do I find all those? How can I see all of those, right? So another thing that I've been wanting to do is currently there's no demo site for Foundation 6, right? Bad developer. And so yeah, I've been meaning to do. I thought I was going to do that over the Christmas break and get that released in January, and then that was 4 months ago. Where did the last 4 months go? I have no clue. But anyway, I decided to. I thought it would be a great place to start to get this demo site up, and at least as a beginning, maybe I won't build all the demos up front, but at least have a place where I'll divvy up, where the demos will be. And then I'll have videos. So like I'll use the video wall stack for those that don't know about my video wall stack. It'll import all the videos for a particular page straight into the demos page, right? So without further ado, let's jump on in. Today, you know what? I'm okay. You may get a peek behind the covers today because I'm not like some fantastic designer. I mean, I can make some okay stuff, but it doesn't come freely to me either. If I make a web page that looks beautiful, that takes a long time. It really, really does. Because we're playing around, we're coming with ideas. You have a blank slate, right? It's like a painter with a blank slate, and you're just like, draw something, and you're like, what the heck I'm gonna draw, right? And what I find a lot of times, even with development, a lot of times with Foundation 6 even, I delayed developing it because I kept thinking about it. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And finally, I just started doing stuff. So like a lot of times with design, if I need to create a demo or a web page, I just like start chucking stuff on the page, and some things stick and some things get deleted. And eventually I come up with something that looks okay. Right. So, that's what we're going to do today. I started a little bit. Last night I worked on it for, I don't know, maybe a half hour or so. But here, let me go ahead and share my screen. I just got a message saying that the stream server YouTube stopped responding. Hopefully guys, someone just give me a thumbs up that you guys can still hear me. Hopefully everything is good. So, okay. While you guys do that though, I am going to set up my screen share here. Okay, and boop. Let's do that. Okay, I changed up my my video a little bit so it's a little bit smaller. You guys can still see. Okay, so this is what I have so far. Right, it's just simple. Thinking I'm going to use something as a like a fixed sidebar on the side. Let me just check in the chat, make sure everything's good. I don't want to keep going on and then YouTube stop my stream or something. No response in the chat. Oh, all good here. Okay, interesting. My pop out chat window also stopped updating. That was weird. Okay. Excellent. It looks okay. We're good now. Not sure what happened there. Okay, so you guys see my you guys see Rapid Weaver now. Okay, so this was my kind of my plan, right? The homepage for this will eventually be going up on foundationstacks.com, and the homepage is actually not going to be designed by myself. The fantastic and lovely Elizabeth Martinez, who's spoken at the Weaver Space Summit multiple times. I've told you she's been helping me create some Instagram posts, which, by the way, make sure you go check out the Instagram posts because they are amazing. Like, amazeballs. Totally awesome stuff there. And I've been trying to find some really beautiful sites that you guys have made. And we've been posting some really cool screenshots and some videos, of that on Instagram. So actually, here, let me go. I'm going to take 2 seconds. I'm just going to show you really quick. So it's Instagram.com/Weaverspace. Oh, look, it's even already loaded. This is a Mac app called Flume, by the way. Oh, she's posted more. Sweet. I mean, look at these. These are just amazing. And then these posts here are actually really awesome. They're like some little tutorials. So make sure that you check out Weaverspace for some really, really, really great tips. So Weaverspace on Instagram, some really good stuff. These scroll through videos are pretty awesome. And really slick. So it just kind of scrolls through a pretty website, get some inspiration. Really awesome stuff. Okay, cool. So Elizabeth is making the homepage for foundationstacks.com. I got a sneak peek of it. It's friggin' hot. And what this is going to be is probably be like foundationstacks.com / features or demo or something like that. And chances are this project file, I'll probably just make it available. Like I make, most of my project files available. So we'll make this available. And yeah. So what do I want? So I wanted a sidebar. Obviously I'll create like some sort of welcome page as well. I just noticed that I developed that on the site styles page instead of the welcome page, but that's fine. Oh, wait, what happened there? That's weird. Why is that all of a sudden huge? That preview in Safari. What? That is weird. Okay, whatever. Float left with 32. Rounded, float left. Oh, that's crazy. Why is that big? That is funky. Anyway, my vision for this was just to kind of have like I want to do a really simple site, nothing complex. It's not going to be a marketing site with tons of fancy stuff. I just wanted a place where we can go. In the side menu, we'll have all the various group. Basically, I thought I've kind of already grouped the foundation stacks into groups, right? So if we look at the foundation stacks here, we have site styles. I'm probably not going to create a page for the helper stacks. Those are kind of obvious. Then we'll have a page for layouts, right? And then maybe potentially multiple pages, right? Like for example, like sticky or something like that. Maybe that could be multiple pages. I don't know. And then, a page for navigation, a page for text content, a page for, media, image and media. And there's only one animation stack, but I'll probably create a page for animation, a page for buttons, and so on and so forth, right? So we'll have a page for all, everything. I currently have this set up inside Off Canvas, right? So inside Off Canvas, what I have it set to be is when you're on Medium, where is it? Off Canvas? No, in the panel. Here. Open on page load. So I have it kind of a static menu on Medium and above, right? But then on small devices, basically that the Off Canvas will be hidden, and then you can kind of navigate that or open it from the side via probably a hamburger button or something like that, right? So that's kind of my vision for right now. It's really bothering me that this image is not behaving properly. That is really freaking weird. Um, Now, one thing I thought would be really cool, and I thought we could build out right now, was one thing that I thought would be interesting was, especially for something like the layout stacks, like this might be kind of a long page, right? Because I'm not going to detail, the one column, the two column, the three column, right? I'll just give some demos, like here's some columns, here's columns pro, here's what sticky can do, right? So just kind of a really, simple page. And then probably on the bottom, there'll be like, video tutorials or something like that, a section. So definitely there's going to be, these are going to be kind of one page navigation things, right? Where I'm going to have clear defined sections for each page. And what I thought would be cool was like if I were on the site or site styles page, site styles probably have a couple of maybe site styles and then swatches or something like that, right? And maybe I can detail out like utility classes. Oh, one I just remember I need to add font awesome. That's a major feature of Foundation 6 stacks. So what I thought would be cool is to be able to, when you're on the site styles page, have a sub navigation that is for the on page navigation of site styles, right? And I want to keep this menu as small as possible. So I'm not sure an accordion would work. Something I could test out, right? Here, let's test that out. Right now we don't need site styles. I'm just going to collapse it. By the way, there is Isaiah posted it on the forums somewhere. Maybe I think I posted it as well on Weaverspace, but maybe I should post it again. There is like a little secret preference that I love. And it is if you double click on a stack title bar, it will hide or unhide the stack. It is a secret preference. It means basically you have to open up terminal and type a little command. But it's pretty slick. He added that in, I think, 4.01 or 4.02. I don't remember. One of the point releases, he kind of added this hidden preference. I think eventually he'll add a UI in the preferences UI, but he didn't have time to, he thought it was a great idea, but he didn't have time to actually add a preference for it. So it's kind of a hidden preference right now, but I use this all day long, like all day. So yeah, that's a really cool one. Make sure you know what here, because I will forget if I don't go out and tell you guys what that command is right now. So let's go figure that out. I think it is here. This is the stacks. Here it is. It's slated. Oh shoot, he didn't put the command in here though. Bad Isaiah. Let me go ahead and here. I'm going to open up my history here. Let's see if it's in my terminal history really quick, because I think a lot of you would like that. It's really really cool. Let me just see if we can figure that out really quick. I just what is that? No, move Slack over here. Man, Slack is slow today. Let me search somewhere else here. Drats. Maybe it's instead of searching for plist. Man, this is like. Boom. Found it. Haha. Okay, there it is. I'm going to paste this in the chat room right now. If you copy and paste this into your terminal, you will have that new functionality. And if you want to turn it off, just change that 1 at the end to a 0. Okay. So cool. That's really cool. Glad I did that. Let me go ahead and quit these so they stop using up resources while we're on a live stream. Okay. Okay. Sorry for that side tangent. That was kind of interesting though. Okay. So here, you know what? I think I'm gonna try this as an accordion. Okay, let's give this a shot. The only problem is if I have an accordion, oops, that's not the right accordion. Why do we have to have 2 accordions? Accordion menu and accordion, man. Always mix me up. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and let's just, here's another little trick. I did this totally by accident, but I wanted a menu divider, right? And in Foundation 1, we used to have dividers and we didn't anymore. And I just had an epiphany yesterday. And what I did is I added a menu heading, and then inside the heading for the text, instead of adding any actual heading, I just put in a little HR that's the HTML for a horizontal rule. And so yeah, that actually worked really, really well. If we look here, oh hey, look, it fixed itself. Cool. And what it does is it just adds a horizontal rule, like. So I'll probably add now. I can't believe I didn't think about this before, but I'll probably add a child stack for menu divider or something like that. You know, in an update so that we can do that. But if you want it right now today, now I think from looking at this, it actually adds like a little bit of margin on the top and the bottom. I made this. I'm gonna have to fix that too. Looks like, yeah, the HR itself has quite a big margin on the top and the bottom. So, you know, if you wanted to do that, you'll probably have to, you know, target that with some, I wonder if we can do this here. We're just playing around here. Cause we have utility classes, right? And I've never tried to put a class on an HR element, but I don't know why it wouldn't work. So if I do class equals, m:0, I don't see why that wouldn't work. I think that works. Oh, that works. What? That is freaking cool. That's cool. Okay. So anyway, there you, if you guys want to see that, that's the code. HR class equals m:0. Really slick. And if you don't know what utility classes are, watch the video I published yesterday. Okay. That's really cool. I like that. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, we're gonna test out something. I wish you could, I'm gonna multi-select all of these. I wish I could like shift select and like, or drag and drop, or drag and like select multiple, like in a spreadsheet or something like that. That'd be really cool. But okay, let's just drag all those up in there. I don't need that menu item. And let me get my menu swatch styles over in here. Okay. Okay. So what I wanted, we are on the site styles page. So this would link to the site styles page, right? Boom, site styles. Okay. And we're gonna do some tests here. I want to test this, see if my ID will even work. Okay. What we're gonna do here so the top level menu will link to the actual page, right? Site styles page, layout page. All the submenus will link to components on the site styles page, the layout page, and whatnot. Okay. And so let's just say And we'll let's do site styles. Oops. Okay, and then we're gonna set the link. We're gonna go bop. And we're gonna do site styles. Okay, and we're gonna do another one, and this is gonna be swatches. All right, here we'll do swatches. And utility classes. Let's call it utility. And one more. What's about Google Fonts? Right, some features of site styles. Oh, we want to do set this, and that's going to be Google. Can you use a dash and an anchor? You know what? I have to say, I'm not sure. Let's test that out. Because like site styles, that looks horrible as one word. It'd be great if we could use a dash. I don't see why not, but we'll test that out. Not sure I've ever tried to use dashes in anchors. Okay. So these are going to be, so then on my accordion, I want to say we have on-page navigation. So this is another thing I've never tested. Let's change out. Let's see. I like ease in out cubic, and we'll do 1.5 seconds. No offset and no threshold. We're good with that. Okay. One thing I haven't done is, so this checks on-page navigation, but like this entire menu isn't on-page navigation. It's a mixture of on-page and off-page navigation. So I'm interested to see how that's going to work. Okay. Now for fun, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to create a submenu in layouts. So I want to do this on 2 pages just so that we can see. Let's do columns. And that I'm going to have to link that. Sorry if this is boring you to tears, but hey, this is website development, right? Okay, columns. And then we're going to paste that. This one's going to be block grid. Okay. And we're going to set that. And that's going to be block grid. Copy paste that. We also have sticky, right? Sticky. And I guess we'll create one more. Well, visibility. These might not be the finished things, but I wanted to at least have 4 in there for right now. Visibility. I am a horrible speller. I mean, if you ever hadn't noticed that already. I'm not really a horrible speller. My fingers don't necessarily work as fast as my brain, and my fingers are horrible spellers. That is the correct term. Okay, so now I have, and we need to link this layout to the layout page. Boom. So my concern here, let's preview this. So I like this, minus the styles, right? Obviously, we would need to customize those styles. The problem here is if I can click on this and it would take me to the layout page, but if I click on columns, that won't take me to the columns section of the layout page, right? That because it's thinking that it's going to link to the block grid on this page, right? Because it's the on-page navigation. Oh, and then we have the problem with the accordion where this top one can't be a link because it controls. Man. See, I like the dynamics of this, but I think I'm going to have to change my approach here. Okay. I'm going to have to go with my original approach, which was to use a menu stack. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to menu. Okay. And I'm going to take this entire menu and move it back into there. I'm probably going to have to do a little custom CSS here, so that might be fun and interesting for some of you. Right, we're going to move this back into there. Delete. Oh, shoot. That dragged the entire freaking accordion menu stack. Jesus. Okay. Let's do that again. All right. I think that's what we want here. All right. So we're going to take all of those. No! I don't want the entire accordion. Okay. Shoot. I'm going to have to talk to Isaiah about this multi-select drag and drop thing. Maybe there's some bugs in there. We will use copy paste now. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go here. I'm going to paste it. There we go. Okay. But I want this to be a vertical menu. And let's put my class back in there that I needed for some of my styles. Okay. And we're going to delete the accordion. Okay. So with this, that white text is, that white background is bugging me. Let me go fix that really quick. Inside site styles, menu styles, background on submenus is, we'll just make it transparent. There we go. I should have done it. Yay. Okay. So what we need to do now is, what I want to do is I want to only display the on-page navigation for the current page. So how can we do that? Well, inside the menu stack, we have the ability to style the active page. So I need to check on-page navigation. Let's set up my animation the way I wanted it. Ease and out cubic I liked, and 1.5 seconds. Okay. And let's do style active menu. Okay. So when we style the active menu, what that's going to do is that's going to add a particular class to the active menu item. Okay. And then because we have that class, we can then start manipulating some things. Okay. So, that does style the active page, which actually isn't horrible. Okay. Not sure if I'll keep that or not. But what I want to do is I only want the sub navigation on the active page. Okay. So what can we do? Let's preview this in the browser because that gives us a little bit more room to look at things. So if we inspect this, and okay, I added this little doodad in. I put it fixed to the bottom. I don't think that's going to work out, but anyway. Okay, so if we look at here, all right, it's this one right here. So if we look at this, this LI, okay, so a menu is it's made up of these list elements. You have a UL, which kind of is everything, and then each menu item is an LI element, okay? And if you look at this one, it has a class of active, okay? And then inside, because it has a submenu, inside that LI is another menu, right? So what we can do Now since I can't necessarily target the list element that's in the non-active menu, but what I can do, I can target this one. So what are we going to do? We are going to do this. I'm just going to go to the CSS tab here. Okay. And let me type this out. Let's see. We got dot menu because that's the menu class. And then inside there, we have a dot active. Okay. And actually, first off, we're going to hide all submenus. Okay. So we're going to do menus inside of a menu. And I'm going to hide them. I'm going to do display :none. Okay. Sorry if some of this CSS is creeping you guys out, but this is what we're going to have to do. So then inside so I'm going to hide all submenus. First off, let's verify that works, right? So let's go ahead and preview the page. Man, RapidWeaver's cache is no joke, man. What? That should totally work. It's being overridden by... Why is that being... Oh, because I misspelled display. Ha 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 ha. DIS play. Display. And there we go. Okay. Okay. So all those submenus are now hidden. Okay. All of them. But what we need to do is we need to then go back. We need to circle back and say, oh yeah, well, I really didn't mean to hide the active submenu. So we're going to display that. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this. We're going to do menu and then .active .menu. So when we have a menu, and then when there is an active item, and then under that active item is another menu, what we're going to do is we're going to do a display block. And voila. And what's cool about this is this will now work if I put this in a partial. Okay, let's go ahead and do that, right? Let's test that this logic will work across all pages. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm actually gonna put this code in the site-wide code area. Okay, there we go, site-wide code. And then I'm gonna partial out this entire off canvas. Okay, so we're gonna create a partial out of that. Okay, and we're going to call this we'll call this site layout. Okay, because that's pretty much what it is. It lays out the two column structure. Okay, so we go back. All right, so now I have my site layout. Let's partial out this site styles as well while we're at it. Do I still have that? Oh, shoot, I don't have that in Text Expander anymore. That was on my other Mac. Oh, well. Normally, I want to call this site styles, but the part you can't name the partial site styles, right? So normally what I did is I put a little icon in there. For right now, we'll just put a rocket. Okay, so now we have rocket styles. Okay. Boom. Didn't know you can use emojis and partial names, did you? Okay. So now we're going to go to the layout page. What the heck? Oh, this isn't a stacks page. What the heck? That was an accident. Move. All right. Let's add a new page. We'll call this layout. Oh, which means the menu item that I put in there broke. But okay, we're gonna do rocket styles and site layout. Boom. Okay, if I go in here, we need to edit my menu items. This layout menu. Oops. Close that. We need to redo this page link because I changed it. Layout. Set link. Go back. All right. So now when I preview this page, instead of seeing the site styles menu, I should see the layout submenu. Okay. Let's see. Boom. Right. And that works. That's cool. I like that. Okay. So I kind of got the menu situated a little bit. But now I want to make sure that these sections are built and actually work. Okay. So what we're gonna do is, I need to unpin this this area in the partial really quick. I need to go in here. That was me just playing around. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these two things. We're gonna cut them out. I'm gonna unpin this area here. So now this area is unpinned. Let's go back. Okay. And now if we scroll down there, I can then put them in here. Okay. I guess I don't need this image. I wasn't even using it anyway. Wait, I don't think I did that right. Hold on one second. Let me go edit that partial again. Oh, I have an extra container in there. Shoot. Let's delete that. I need to unpin this column. That's what I want to unpin. There we go. Back. Okay, cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start building out all those various sections here. Okay. I'm just going to do some dummy content right now just to test this menu structure out. Let's delete that. There we go. Okay, we have a container. And just for speed, I'm going to use some utility classes, but I would recommend using swatches for this. We're going to do height 50 VH, BG, white. Okay. If any of you watch the pros and cons utility class, you'll recognize this because this is what I do there. And then the anchor ID, what did I do? This is the layouts page. We did columns, block grid, sticky visibility. So this is going to be columns. Okay. And then let's just copy paste that. And actually for fun, let's just go ahead and put a header in there so that we can at least have some sort of content in there. Columns. Block grid. And then in the container, we're going to do the ID of block grid. And I'm going to change the background color to be success. Okay. Or let's do something secondary. There we go. All right, there we go. So let's, then we need 2 of these. 1, 2, copy. Then we had sticky. And this container is going to have a ID of sticky. And then this is going to be visibility. And the container, that ID is going to be visibility. Okay, drum roll. Let's see if this works. Okay, so here we loaded the layout page, and I have my various things. And when I click on these, that should work. So let's hope. If I click on block grid, boom. I click on sticky, boom. Visibility, nice. I mean, visibility is not going to scroll up because it's at the bottom of the page, right? Go back up to columns, go to sticky. I think that's a little slow. I should probably speed that up a little bit, but that works like a charm. Super stoked about that. And what I'm going to do is, we'll just go ahead and select all these. All right, and let's see what this did for that, because I made the interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and man, Wirecast is just eating up my machine. Okay, so I got all these. I need to move them inside this container. Drag them into there. And let's just verify what we had here. We have Google Fonts, utility classes, swatches. Oops. Didn't mean to double click on that. Google Fonts, utility classes, swatches. I'm just going to do this bottom one really quick. Google Fonts. Go to the container. Set that to be Google-fonts. Oh, we wanted to test if dashes worked in anchors. This will be a really easy fix or test right now. So let's just test that Google Fonts one really quick. So, okay, now we're on site styles, and look, it displayed it. Here's my various columns. Okay, if I click on Google Fonts, because that's the one I did hook up, it works. Sweet. So you can use dashes in columns. Cool. I like it. This chat room is not updating from YouTube today. Let me see if I refresh the page. Man, I have to sorry if I didn't notice the chat. The chat isn't auto updating like it usually is today for some reason. So it's all anyway. So let's see. I missed what it does. Can I rewind? Works. Oh, sweeten the code. Kent, I'm responsible for not sleeping because of all the videos. That's hilarious. Okay, drag and drop. Blah blah blah. Okay, Ulysses. Thank you for coming from Brazil. I live in Brazil, fabulous country. My wife is from Brazil as well. So thank you for coming today. That is amazing. Okay, so there we go. Man, I've kind of already gone for an hour. But I'm glad I did this concept of a menu stack. What do you guys think of it? Do you like this? As you see, it's just kind of thinking outside the box, right? A little bit. Because I just used a normal menu stack. I'm actually gonna unpartial this just so we can play with it live on the page. Yeah, it's interesting because we can just straight build out a menu like this. And there's no animation. There's it's static, so it's super performant. There's going to be zero issues with having to do any animations. Simple and clean. And I do like the ability to we definitely needed to hide the other sub navigations because actually one thing I wanted to test is, so if we wanted it all to work, right? Let's say I were to change this link. It would have to be a URL, and that means it wouldn't work inside RapidWeaver. Rats. So what I was thinking is, I guess it would probably take too long to try to publish this and set everything up. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. Wait, no. We are on. Let's do it on the layout page. Yeah, let's do it on the layout page. And for easiness, I'm going to unpartial this so I don't have to go into the partial editor and waste your guys' time. So I'm just going to unpartial this really quick. Okay. So my thought is I want to go into this column. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the URL in front of the hashtag. And now I don't know if this is actually going to work. So hold on, let me see what the URL is. So this is just a temporary kind of a hack/fix inside RapidWeaver. Normally you would put the actual URL to your published web page, but I don't have this published right now. So we're doing the layout. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here, and then I'm going to paste that in. Set link. And then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to paste that in. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to paste that. We're going to go here, and I'm going to paste that. Okay, I actually have no clue if this is going to work. So here I have columns. Here I have visibility. Oh, it works. It does link, but we lose the animation if we do that way. Rats. Interesting. Oh well. That kind of sucks. That would have been cool. Because then at that point I could have used the accordion, and then you could actually link to other pages, right? So now we're just gonna have to, go. If I want site styles, I click on site styles, and then I can go to a various section. Okay. But you're not going to be able to link, dynamically. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. But oh well, that was an interesting test. It's not going to work though. When you're doing on-page navigation, it has to be just the hashtag. Go ahead and fix this. I don't want to break it for me later. Okay. We kind of hit the end. If are there any questions you guys would like to ask, let me know. I'm happy to kind of go off script here and kind of show you some stuff. But if not, spend the rest of your day watching some awesome videos, right? Because you got 25 videos to watch now. Actually, there's like 50 videos, but if you've watched some of the other ones, so cool. Yeah. Hopefully you liked this. It is it's a very simple menu. It did require a tad of CSS, right? So hopefully that didn't confuse you too much. But it 2 lines of CSS isn't horrible to accomplish this. And that CSS, excuse me, that CSS. The reason I needed that is I wanted to be able to partial this menu, right? And so because I don't want to manage a menu on every single page, that would just be annoying. So being able to partial out the menu is going to be a huge benefit. So yeah, hopefully, let's see. The Google Map is not coming up at 40% off on checkout for me. Oh, thanks, Donna. I will I'll go check that out as soon as we hang up here, and I will. You have to actually go all the way through the checkout process, but I will definitely check that as soon as we get off here. Thanks for letting me know, Donna. Joe, is there a way to change font size and weight of the text in a drop-down menu without affecting the other text in the site styles? I cannot find any way to do this. Okay. So I'll show you how to, I mean, it's the same method as I have this submenu here. So this is, what I'm going to do here is I'll use this menu that I just built. And it's going to be the same exact method to do this with a dropdown. I'm going to go ahead and unpartial that just so it's easier for me. Okay. So, submenu items. I want to change. What did you want to change? The font size and weight. Okay. So, we're going to go to font style. So we go to font style. And if you notice here inside elements, okay, I can then do submenu items. So inside elements, choose submenu items, okay? And we're going to make them bold. And let's make them 700, which is the default for bold. But make sure your font, whatever font you're using, make sure that's the weight that it needs. Just for exaggeration, we'll set it to 24. Okay, and let's preview. Oh, you are right, sir. Okay, but let's try with Bang Important. What? Submenu item. Oh, submenu. Oh, I need to update that swatch. The submenu class isn't used anymore. Ah. Drats. Okay. Thank you. I will submit a bug for that. Until then, if you want, you could just do custom CSS selector and do dot menu. Oops. Menu space dot menu. And then LIA. I think that will do it. There we go. So this is the selector that submenu items should be using, but it's not. So I'll put this in the chat for you. There you go. You can use that selector for now. I will update it though. If you want to just wait, I don't know, probably by next week, I'll update this submenu item element to be correct. So sorry about that. But that works. There you go. And then also it would be all submenu items, right? So all submenu items will be like that. Another thing you could do if you were using the menu builder is, every single menu item here has the ability to put a class, right? So if you wanted to target a particular menu item, like let's say I'm going to put this columns dash menu. Okay. So this particular menu item has a class of columns menu now. Okay. If I wanted to target this font size just for that one, right? Not sure why you would want to do that, but you just go to class and then you put in columns menu and let's preview. There it goes. I've targeted just that one submenu item, but maybe not font size makes sense, but maybe color, right? If you wanted like to accent one particular menu item, then maybe it's a buy now button, or it's like a join our community, or something, right? Maybe it's a call us phone number or something like that, right? That would be a good way where you can target a single menu item with a swatch. Maybe I think color probably makes more sense than font size for a single menu item. You can also adjust the background color for something, right? So if you want the background color of one menu item to be something, especially if you want that one menu item to pop out at you, especially things like a buy now button or join now, or those call to action sort of buttons, that's a great way to accent out one particular menu item. Is you can put a class on that particular menu item. Okay, first of all, thanks for all your help. This would make change submenu colors also. Yes, this would allow you to change submenu colors also. Yes, that's correct. So you could set the background color or use that same selector. Again, I will update the elements in the dropdown. Thanks for calling me out on that. Okay, is it possible to only the first letter in a word to be capital? So you want to force the ability to that is possible. So Martin is asking if we can force a word to be capitalized. So right now, I think in Font Pro styles we have some text transforms. Here, so we can do text transform, capitalize. Okay. There's a few things you can force it to be all uppercase, capitalize, and lowercase. So if you do text transform, capitalize, and let's apply this to a class. Let's apply this to, we'll do capital header. How about that? Again, I didn't spell it right. So here I have a class of capital header. This is using the Font Pro swatch, though. This isn't Foundation 6 swatch. This is from Font Pro. So if you have Font Pro, you can set the transform to capitalize, give it your class. And then here, let's just go ahead and put it inside this. Or no, here, let's do these headers down here. So I'm going to put capitalize header. Now what I'm going to do here is we're going to put this in all caps so you can see it working. Okay. And if you notice, it actually works right here in edit mode. Oh, interesting. If it's in all caps, it doesn't actually, the transform capitalize doesn't, I wonder if that happens in previews, if it'll be different. Interesting. So it only works, let's say if I did columns in all lowercase. So if you look at this text that I typed here, columns, this is small, right? Okay. And it capitalized the first, it did make sure that every first letter is capitalized, but it does not make sure that subsequent letters are lowercase either. That's actually interesting. I've never actually that was totally by accident that I did that. But if you also wanted it to make sure it's all caps, you can do uppercase in the text transform. Okay. And then if you notice here, right in edit mode, it's in all caps now, even though the actual content is in all lowercase. That text transform will make sure that it's all caps. So little caveat with the capitalize feature, that's just the browser. There's nothing I can do to fix that. That's a feature of the browser. So that's the browser doing that. So yeah, interesting. Hopefully that helped you out there, Martin. Please show the key sequence to your developer code page. Tom, I'm not sure what developer code page you're talking. Oh, are you talking about this? Okay. So you were wondering what this was in my project. So, before when I was developing this on a single page, I put my CSS into this tab here. Okay. But what this CSS does is this only goes to this page. And because the CSS that I was tweaking was for my menu is going to be used on all pages. So you could copy and paste this onto every single page, but there's a better solution. If you want CSS to be on all pages, essentially you then go over to the sidebar here, and whatever you put inside all of these tabs will be placed onto every page. Okay. So this CSS that I added here will go onto every single page. Please do some more beginner videos. Sure. I'd be happy to do some more beginner videos. On just Rapid Weaver in general, or what, if you send me an email to support at Weaver Space and tell me, I'd love to have some topics of things you'd love to know, and give me some ideas on what videos to make, and I will definitely do them. Okay. In your video, I noticed you use header in place, and text for paragraph stacks a lot. Why is that? Is there an advantage? Watch the text videos that I did. I just published yesterday. I go over exactly why I do that. Okay. So I'm going to deflect to the videos, and force you to watch those instead of spending 5 minutes chatting about it here. Okay. And again, because I go over the exact topic on why I use the text stack and why I use a header stack and so on and so forth. Cool. So I guess we're going to call it quits today, guys. Let me go ahead and so you can see my beautiful mug again. Thanks for joining. I hope you got some benefit out of this. It was just kind of me just playing around. I wanted to kind of build out this menu for the demo site. And it was kind of fun. It was a little productive. Hopefully it didn't bore you to tears, and maybe you learned a couple things. And yeah, thank you very much. Go out and watch all of those videos. And hopefully we'll see you on Friday again. We'll see. I have some Total CMS 2 work to do as well, hopefully this week. So, but yeah, anyway, hopefully I'll see you a lot of you on Friday.